Crunchyroll is on the hot seat once again because they're ending the service that they provided free anime with ads. And of course, because it's Crunchyroll, everybody's hating. So without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about it. So as we can see here, it has been announced that Crunchyroll is going to be ending their free ad service December 31st, 2025. And I'm guessing that if you're one of those people that are using Crunchyroll without like an account or you're not paying the actual sub, you're getting the ad saying, hey, this is going to come to an end at the end of December. And because of this, people are already screaming, Monopoly, Crunchyroll is bad, the worst thing ever. And it almost... I am honestly baffled that people don't even know anything about business to understand why could this be happening or the reasoning behind it, right? It's an ad service, right? Meaning that there has to be advertisers paying Crunchyroll to play their ads, and then Crunchyroll displays those ads to people that are watching it for free. Now, what could be happening here, right? Either advertisers are pulling their ads because A, there's not enough free watchers to watch those ads, or B, they don't have enough users watching for free to essentially have enough advertisers. One of the two, right? And a lot of people are already running with the tinfoil hat that the only reason Crunchyroll is doing this is to raise prices, which again, that could also be true. Maybe they are trying to raise prices, but then I have to ask myself, can you name any other streaming website where you get every 12 weeks, you get at least 20, 30, 40 plus new shows every 12 weeks? Because Netflix ain't doing that, Amazon ain't doing that, Hulu ain't doing that, Disney ain't doing that, and you can go to any other streaming platform in the history of streaming, and none of them are doing that for $7 a month. Because when it comes to streaming sites, Crunchyroll is literally the cheapest one, and they give you the most amount of content. And I don't understand how people have an issue with that, right? They call for piracy, which again, if you're literally advocating for piracy, I refuse to believe that you care about the medium. I don't care. Like, sure, you can argue that, well, I pirate anime, but I buy a lot of stuff outside of that. I'm like, bro, listen, if you cannot pay $7 a month, I refuse to believe that you're spending $20, $30 on one singular Blu-ray disc for whatever series, or $10, $12 for one single manga volume, or $10, $12, $14, $15 for a singular t-shirt that you probably bought in some site that is not even licensed to sell you that t-shirt anyway, right? Come on, it's some delusional takes here, right? The fact that people like to hate on Crunchyroll is absolutely wild because no other company has done more for anime than Crunchyroll. And it's funny because a lot of people like to use, well, High Dive, Crunchyroll is becoming a monopoly and High Dive is not really competing. And I'm like, well, as an example here, right? Crunchyroll is streaming Oshinoko Season 3 starting next season. And again, if you actually sit down and analyze what's happening here, right? Why do you think Crunchyroll is getting Oshinoko Season 3, right? There can only be a few possibilities, right? Either they paid a heck ton of money to literally get the license, right, to stream it on their platform, because either High Dive couldn't pay the amount that they needed to pay in order to keep it exclusively on their platform, and Crunchyroll just paid them out of business essentially, or maybe High Dive didn't want to pay for that license and Crunchyroll stepped up and paid for it, right? No matter what scenario it is, somebody paid for that license, right? And again, the whole monopoly argument falls out of the window because nobody is stopping Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, Disney, any other streaming platform from literally getting anime on their platform. Nobody's stopping them. The only reason Crunchyroll is getting so many anime is because they're paying the licenses for it, right? But if tomorrow Netflix, Amazon, like the big bad boys of streaming decided to drop $10 billion a year in anime, Crunchyroll would go away because they would not be able to compete. But they are not doing that for whatever reason. I don't know why. Because we have seen, again and again, that anime is a huge money maker. I mean, we're seeing it right now with Demon Slayer, literally breaking every record out there. We're seeing it with Chainsaw Man, that even though it's not doing as good as Demon Slayer, it's a $100+ million box office, right? Some other movies that are live action couldn't do that, right? And again, I don't know why Netflix or Amazon are not investing as heavily as Crunchyroll is, but nothing is stopping them, right? Again, it's a money thing. If they really wanted to start spending money on anime, Crunchyroll would not stand a chance. They will literally go out of business. Like, imagine that, I don't know how much a license to stream those anime are. Let's say it's $1 million, $2 million, right? To stream, I don't know, Jujutsu Kaisen or Demon Slayer on their platform. Crunchyroll, right? They might pay that money, but they know they're going to get that money back because a lot of people are going to be subscribing to Crunchyroll to watch Jujutsu Kaisen or Demon Slayer, right? But that's what they can afford, right? Netflix could be like, nah, that 2, 3, 4 million, that's nothing. We'll give you 20 million. Netflix can do that. And even though they might lose that money, they don't care because they make so much money. It's not even funny, right? I mean, just look at Netflix. They just bought Warner Bros. For like $86 billion. I believe that's worth more than what Sony, the people that own Crunchyroll, is worth, right? Or close to it at the very least. Yeah, Netflix and all these big streaming sites, they're just not investing in anime. And somehow people think that is because, why? Why? They just don't care about the medium as much as Crunchyroll does. And you can argue that, oh, they don't care about the medium. It's a business. They're just trying to make money. Sure, but at the end of the day, they are doing more good for the medium than anybody else out there, right? And they keep doing that, right? More of the story, a lot of people love to hate on Crunchyroll, but they really got no idea what they're talking about. They're clueless about the industry, about the business, and about anything, really. And I don't even know why they're hating on Crunchyroll so much. Like, I just don't get it, right? Like, sure, do they have issues? Like subs, being bad sometimes? Yes, but the same is true for every platform out there. Like, and it's funny, once again, because a lot of people like to say, oh, the subs on Crunchyroll are bad. I hear you, 100% correct. Then you go to a piracy website and they're ripping from Crunchyroll anyway. Like, I literally made videos on this on TikTok when people were complaining about Lord of Mysteries, saying that the subs were bad. And I'm like, I literally went to like the 9 anime, I don't even know, right? The sites that people were telling me, and they were literally word for word, screen for screen, were ripping off of Crunchyroll. Again, it just shows that people not only don't know where their piracy websites are getting the anime from, they're completely clueless about all of it, right? Moral of the story, stop it. Stop it, please. Either way, let me know what you think about this. And like always, make sure to like and subscribe. And I will see you on the next episode. Because tomorrow, One Punch Man episode 9, I'm super hyped for that one. But, we'll talk about that tomorrow. So, peace out. Oh.